I'll be very honest with you. This topic is peculiar. You can say that, since everybody can take this question differently. At first, I was going to ask you the title of this speech. What does being a culture person mean? But then, as I just got submerged in my own thoughts, as everybody does, finding a way to tell you my message, I'm going to ask you this. For you, what does being a culture person mean? As I was choosing the topic for this speech from my library of interests, I found none of them actually gave people something to think about. There was even the option to talk about keywords. Yes, the one which you type in your computer every day. So I thought, for the second time, my knowledge in some topics which people close to me have absolutely zero awareness of. It's so massive, I can even make a speech about something as a computer mouse or the history of the layout of a keyboard. We use daily things like headphones, earphones, mouse, a keyboard, but you can really think about something like this. So, the familiarity with these random subjects made me someone cultured, I as myself, since I have spent hours investigating and watching content related to this topic. Thinking a little bit for the third time, I understood I wanted to talk about my own question. That same day, I started searching information of at least a definition or something that could tell me in my whole life I've said or been said something completely wrong. Like most of you would do, I looked for common websites because at first this wasn't an investigation. Websites like Quora, Urban Dictionary, Wikipedia, and so on. Later, I remembered why I was doing the research. What started as an act of procrastination, I can't even say that right, ended in the speech I'm giving you right now. When the light came to me, I found some other interesting things, like an article called "The Hypocrisy of the Your Culture, I'm Culture and You're Not," which I found very interesting since it was the thing I wanted to talk about, and how this misconception of this topic is being giving turnarounds to my head every single day. But the article didn't have what I wanted, so I won't tell anything about it. So, well, the amount of times I've heard this used in the context I found correct correct is outstandingly low. But it's no surprise since even I, who did an investigation and research of the topic, I don't know if it is even called a topic. Like, it's a word, but it's also an adjective. It's something to describe someone, but it's something to uncultured. It's something to, I don't know. Let's call it the thing. What I think is the most interesting premise of a person who is cultured bases on the knowledge about all things. What I mean by this is, let me give you an example. For you, who is more cultured? A person who knows how to buy entrances for an opera show, or a person who knows how to invest in the stock market? Obviously, most people would choose this first one as it is something that we commonly relate to culture. But notice which one is more important to society: learning how to invest or learning how to go to an opera concert. And which one helps just a single person, and which one helps an entire country, an entire enterprise. I think it's hard to say it. The culture premise is seems just like another argument. which people want to highlight over others' use because their interests are considered superior in the society and the context they are in. With this, I don't want you to say your fascinations are all good because I judge a lot of people and I've been falling in that these last days. If you're going to criticize others, at least use real arguments. Why aren't they cultured? To establish the world as a main idea you want to support. I remember a friend in 7th grade established us, my other friends, as uncultured for not watching some TV shows which weren't even famous. So, the moment I feel my point is very clear, as you've heard me talking about how I did this thing and how I defined the word was and how it was referred to me in the first place and why I decided to talk about it, but I want you to remember the little meaning, which is just an educated person. And as an educated person that I consider myself as, I can tell you this can be taken in so many ways, like I just said in the beginning. I was doing a philosophy homework and then I understood that language is something so hard to change in a person. So if you have been wasting or using this word like I describe it as wrong, you're not supposed to change it from today. I was just trying to advise you. Stop judging people with fallacies. But who am I to tell you?